What do you do when life gets overwhelming? When it takes everything you have just to make it through the day? We've all had moments when it felt like we got knocked down, only to get back up and be hit again. Sometimes those difficult moments don't last just a day. They stretch into weeks, months, or even longer. If you've ever felt stuck in that cycle, you're not alone. But what if I told you that the key to overcoming life's toughest moments comes from those who face hits for a living? There are people who make a career out of standing up to blows, fighters, boxers, and martial artists. They step into the ring, absorb impact, and keep going. They don't just survive. They train, adapt, and win. In this video, we're going to explore 5 key principles, inspired by ancient wisdom and the discipline of fighters, to help you rise after life knocks you down. Because you can come out on top. You just need the right mindset, preparation, and strategy. But first, let's be honest about the reality of challenges. Mike Tyson famously said, "Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth." That statement holds a deep truth. Life will throw unexpected obstacles your way, no matter how well you plan. The first step to fighting back is understanding that this is simply part of the human experience. The Stoics had a concept called premeditatio malorum, the anticipation of hardships. Instead of being caught off guard, they mentally prepared for setbacks before they happened. This wasn't negativity, it was strategy. By rehearsing possible challenges in advance, they built resilience before hardship struck. Being adaptable means letting go of rigid expectations. When we fixate on one specific outcome, we set ourselves up for disappointment when things don't go as planned. A skilled fighter knows this. They don't stand frozen when an opponent throws a punch. They shift, adjust, and respond. Life demands the same flexibility. Difficult situations aren't personal attacks. A rejection, a failed project, or an unexpected setback isn't life targeting you. It's just part of the game. The Stoics taught that the way we interpret events determines our experience more than the events themselves. A flight delay isn't an attack. It's an opportunity to practice patience. A lost job isn't the end. It's a redirection. When we separate the situation from our emotional reaction, we create room for clearer thinking and better decisions. True mental strength isn't about controlling what happens to us. It's about controlling how we respond. Fighters don't just train their bodies. They train their minds. They practice staying calm in the chaos of a match. If we want to stay strong through life struggles, we need to do the same. Just like a boxer conditions their body to take hits, you need to strengthen your ability to handle setbacks. This doesn't happen overnight. It comes from daily practice. Start small. The next time your plans get disrupted, pause before reacting. When something annoys you, see it as training. The more you practice handling minor frustrations, the stronger you'll be when bigger challenges arise. The Stoics even embrace voluntary discomfort, choosing small hardships like cold showers or fasting to train themselves for tougher times. This isn't about suffering. It's about preparing. Because in life, difficulties will come. The stronger you are, the better you'll handle them. As the philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters." Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. When something goes wrong, ask yourself, am I making this worse with my thoughts? Often, the hardest part isn't the event itself, but the story we tell ourselves about it. If we believe something is unbearable, it feels unbearable. But if we choose to see it as a challenge we can overcome, we change our experience. Your ability to push through difficulties isn't about avoiding hardship. It's about developing the mental endurance to handle it. And the more you practice, the easier it becomes. Strength isn't just about pushing forward. It's also about knowing when to pause. A skilled fighter doesn't just throw punches nonstop. They also dodge, recover, and reposition themselves. In life, knowing when to retreat isn't weakness. It's strategy. There will be times when stepping back, resting, or reassessing your approach is the smartest move. A break isn't quitting. It's making sure you come back stronger. Life will throw challenges at you, some harder than you expect. But you can handle them. You're stronger than you think, and you have the ability to rise every time you fall. So when the punches come, don't freeze. Adapt, adjust, and keep moving forward. Because no matter what, you can win this fight. The art of tactical patience. Winning through strategy. A seasoned warrior conserves energy, allowing their rival to exhaust themselves. They understand that endurance now creates an advantage later. As Seneca observed, the best cure for anger is time. When faced with aggression, stepping back, even briefly, can be a game changer. This lesson extends beyond combat. When life overwhelms you, a well-timed retreat preserves your strength. Every challenge drains your mental, emotional, and physical resources. Sometimes the smartest choice is to pull back, regroup, and recalibrate rather than push forward blindly in burnout. Conflict narrows your focus, making it harder to see beyond the immediate struggle. Creating distance allows clarity. Patterns emerge. New strategies become visible. Marcus Aurelius put it best. You have control over your mind, not external events. Recognizing this gives you power. Not every fight is worth engaging in. A tactical withdrawal lets you dictate the terms, ensuring you fight where and when you have the advantage, not when circumstances force you. Many of life's hardships are tests of stamina. Those who endure with intelligence often emerge victorious. History and nature reinforce this truth. Military leaders from Sun Tzu to Eisenhower value strategic retreats, and even the strongest tree will snap in a storm if it refuses to bend. As Epictetus taught, master what is within your control, accept what is beyond it. Sometimes, retreat is an option. Sometimes you have to take a hit. But even in loss, perspective shapes the outcome. What seems like a setback can be an opening. A warrior doesn't just see obstacles. They see lessons, opportunities for growth. They don't ask, why is this happening to me? But what can I learn from this? Marcus Aurelius wrote, the obstacle in the path becomes the path itself. Resistance builds strength. Diamonds form under pressure. Swords are forged in fire. Champions emerge through struggle. Nothing exceptional comes from comfort. When you change how you see challenges, everything shifts. That lost promotion? A redirection to something better. The heartbreak? A lesson in resilience. The failure? A foundation for wisdom. Adversity isn't the end. It's the training ground for greatness. And through it, you become unstoppable. To truly advance, you need more than just understanding. You need action. You need unwavering determination. That leads us to the fifth and final principle. Turning perspective into triumph requires an unshakable will. A true warrior isn't defined by how many times they fall, but by how many times they rise, fire in their eyes, ready to fight again. It's not about avoiding defeat. It's about refusing to accept it. Consider the boxing legends who absorbed brutal hits, collapsed to the mat, and still stood back up. Their power wasn't just in their fists. It was in their will. This mindset is what separates champions from those who merely compete. The Stoics understood this well. Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher, taught that what happens to us is beyond our control, but how we respond is entirely up to us. That's where real power lies. When life throws an unexpected punch, remember, you don't need to control everything. You just need to master what's within your grasp. Your thoughts, your choices, your resilience. Like a fighter blocking out the noise of the crowd to focus only on their opponent. Channel your energy where it truly matters. Unbreakable willpower isn't blind optimism. It's a combination of clear-eyed realism and relentless forward movement. It's a quiet voice inside that whispers, not today, when everything seems lost. It's a force that turns the impossible into the inevitable. Every time you rise from the ground, your willpower strengthens. Every challenge you face builds mental toughness. Like a seasoned fighter whose body carries the marks of battle, but whose spirit remains unshaken, you grow stronger. Remember, in life's toughest moments, victory doesn't always belong to the strongest punch. It belongs to the one who refuses to quit, the one who keeps moving forward, no matter what. Cultivate an unbreakable will, and no challenge will ever conquer you. Life will test you. That's unavoidable. But like a fighter in the ring, your job isn't to avoid every hit. It's to learn, adapt, and come back stronger. The 5 Stoic principles we've explored aren't just about surviving hardship. They're about turning hardship into fuel for victory. By mentally preparing for challenges before they come, you train yourself to face them without fear. When you expect life's punches, they lose their power to break you. By willingly stepping into discomfort and practicing resilience, you build endurance. Just as a fighter conditions their body, you must condition your mind. So when adversity strikes, you don't crumble. By knowing when to step back, you gain the wisdom to fight the battles that truly matter. The best warriors don't waste energy on every skirmish. They choose their fights carefully and endure for the long haul. By shifting your perspective, you turn obstacles into opportunities. Where others see setbacks, you see stepping stones. What could have broken you instead forges your strength. And finally, by developing an unshakable will, you ensure that every lesson turns into action. It's not about never falling. It's about always rising. Life will keep throwing challenges your way. That's the nature of existence. But armed with these Stoic principles, you can do more than endure. You can thrive. Every setback can be a setup for a comeback. Every hardship can be the foundation for something greater. True victory doesn't belong to those who never struggle. It belongs to those who face struggle with courage, wisdom, and an unyielding spirit. Now step into the fight of life with confidence. Take the hits, adapt, and win. In future videos, we'll break down specific ways to apply these principles in different areas of life, whether it's handling workplace stress, overcoming personal setbacks, or just pushing through the grind of daily life. Most importantly, we'll help you tailor these strategies to your unique challenges. Stoic wisdom isn't just philosophy. It's a toolkit for action. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Your support doesn't just help this channel grow. It helps spread these powerful ideas to others who need them. Every comment, share, and like helps build this community and bring more people into the mindset of resilience and strength. Until next time, remember, Stoicism isn't just about enduring hardship. It's about using it. Every challenge holds the seed of future victory. The question is, will you seize it?